Okay, so we finished the first video on Gautam Buddha and we learnt a great deal about his childhood. Yes, how he was born as the prince of Kapilavastu, right? He was the son of King Shuddhodana and Queen Mahamaya. And the way he was brought up in the lap of luxury within the palace walls. King Shuddhodana had decided to take that challenge of ensuring that his son becomes a prince and he becomes the king later on and rules the kingdom of Kapilavastu and not become a holy man as predicted by the sage. Yes, we had seen up to that, but we had also seen a little bit about how his innate nature was of a kind soul. He was such a kind person, and we saw about that, the way how he saved the swan, yes, from his cousin Devdutt. Now here I've got a quote for you, which is by Gautam Buddha, and he says, no matter how dark it gets, the sun shall rise again. So that is with this hope we begin that Corona times are not here to stay and this too shall pass. So we are awaiting better times ahead, and I'm sure the wait is not very long. Okay, so let us, on this positive note, let us begin today's lesson. So what was the turning point in Siddhartha's life? What was that incident? I know all of you know about it. You have learnt it in class 5. So let me reiterate it for you. So it was when he suddenly saw a poor man, an old man, and he saw a corpse. A corpse means a dead body. He had never seen all this. He had never seen any pain, any sorrow, any suffering, because again he was brought up amidst the lap of luxury in the palace. So therefore there was no kind of sorrow. He was kept away from all kinds of sorrow, suffering and pain. He only knew happiness and he only knew joy. He only knew comfort. Fine. So therefore for the first time when he saw these incidents, these made him think and wonder, what happened? Why is there so much of suffering in the world? And remember, I told you what kind of a person he was. He was a very, very kind and gentle soul. So he could not bear the pain, and it was a sudden shock for him. When all on a sudden you've never seen something, it was like a shock for him. And moreover, he was destined to be a holy man, and so he was born with this purpose. So he was immediately, this incident put him on track, and he immediately renounced all the luxuries of the palace at the age of 29, and he left the palace and he started meditating, because he found a monk who was able to meditate and was able to get some kind of joy and some kind of respite from this pain. He was relieved of all this pain and suffering around him. So meditation has this power. So he realized the power of meditation, and so he decided to leave all the comforts of the palace. When he decided to start meditating, yes, so it wasn't a sudden incident. There was an incident which is there in your book, in your reader, and there it says one day there was a feast in the land of Kapilavastu, where the king was supposed to till the land and plow the field and celebrate along with the farmers. So he had joined that celebration on that auspicious day, but he did not like being a part of those celebrations. He was a very shy and a very quiet person. He did not like a lot of social activities. He liked to remain within himself. So he quickly slipped under a tree very close by in the farm, and he closed his eyes and he started meditating. It was very easy for him to meditate, students. See, you and I, when we want to meditate, the moment we want to meditate, are we able to do it easily? It doesn't come. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of effort on our part to even achieve 1/10 of what we want to achieve of meditating. But Gautam Buddha, he was a very, very, a divine soul. He was not a normal human being. He is considered as one of the avatars of Lord Vishnu. Yes, so he was, the moment he sat down under that tree, he easily went into meditation. So he had this previous experience of meditating, and the moment he was meditating, he used to feel a oneness with nature. Immediately he used to feel one with the creator, one with the nature. It's a very difficult concept for you to understand, students, but people who are able to meditate have experienced these. Okay, so this is not magical, this is possible. Yes, even today people experience these states of meditation. So where did he go now? He went to Bodh Gaya, and under a peepal tree, a banyan tree, he sat down and he started meditating. That is the picture of Bodh Gaya, the tree under which he found enlightenment. For days together he sat down under that tree and meditated till he found the answers to all the questions that were going on in his mind. Why do people suffer? Why are people born in this world? Why do people die? Why are there so many people, inequality amongst people? Why are some people rich? Why are some people poor? He got all these answers under that Bodh Gaya. So many people, pilgrims, they come to that tree and they sit under that tree to meditate, just like Gautam Buddha, and try to feel that oneness with the great soul. Then you can see a big statue of Lord Buddha there in Bodh Gaya. If you go there, it's in Bihar. Bodh Gaya is in Bihar. If you go there once, then you will be able to experience this. Now these are some concepts which I want you to know, and you will make a lac work on this, a pictorial presentation like you can see in this particular slide. The ultimate goal of Buddhism is to achieve nirvana. Nirvana means total freedom from birth, the cycle of birth and death. That the Buddhism, even Hinduism, they believe that the moment a person is born into this world, it means suffering. A human being has to suffer different kinds of pain. They also enjoy, but there is also suffering, there is disease, and any person who is born in this world has to die someday. So he becomes a part of that birth and death cycle, the life cycle. It goes on. So it's according to the Buddhist belief and according to Buddha's principle, it is said that if you follow the 8 noble path, the 3 universal truth and the 4 noble truth, you can achieve nirvana. What is nirvana? You can become free from birth and death. That means your soul will no longer be born again. Okay, so this is the highest concept of Buddhism, and this is the ultimate goal that all Buddhist monks want to reach. They do this meditation and they practice the 3 universal truth. They understand the 4 noble truths and they follow the 8-fold path to achieve nirvana. Is that clear? Now, what are those 4 noble truths? The 4 noble truths I have specified for you. Suffering happens all the time. This is something that we must all accept, because people always want something more or something better than what we have. We always want something, isn't it? There is no limit to our needs and wants. Now, because we don't have what we want, we suffer and we feel upset. That is the second truth. And the third one, if we accept what we have, and that means if we are satisfied with whatever we have and stop wanting more, we will become happy. So simple. So if you are happy in whatever state you are in, then there is no pain. following the Noble Eightfold Path will help us achieve this. So, one of the Four Noble Truths is following the Eightfold Path. Clear? Now, next, what are the three universal truths then? Dukkha. Dukh. Life in this world is filled with suffering, isn't it? We all know. So sad nowadays, isn't it? Lockdown and this fear of corona, all this is bringing a lot of sadness in our life. So many people are sad all around the world. People are dying. So many people are suffering. So many people are without a job, without any money. They don't know what to do. They have no food, no shelter. So this is a very sad situation. So you can understand that even without corona times, sadness was always a part of our life. No one was always very happy. Anitya. Anitya means everything in this world changes. Did you expect that in April you will be sitting here inside the house for more than 1 month, from March end to almost April end? We are sitting in the house for more than 1 month now. Did you ever expect this? That is change. That means the change is the only constant thing. If you accept that change it has to happen, there will be a change, then we will never have any problems in life. So that is Anitya. And Anatma. Anatma means there is no eternal unchanging self. That means every person who is born has to die. That is Anatma. There is no eternal person. No one can become Amar, like eternal. Okay? Anybody who has to be born has to. So these are the three things: Dukkha, Anitya, Anatma. And suffering is a state of mind. So achieve a balanced, peaceful, detached state of mind, and suffering can be extinguished. So your happiness depends upon yourself. If you want to be happy, you can be happy. Trust me, try it. Your happiness, if your happiness is dependent on your going out and playing with your friends, then you will always remain unhappy. But if you decide to find happiness in other ways, just the joy and concentrating on whatever you have, then I'm sure you can feel happy. Now we come to the very famous Eightfold Path of Gautama Buddha that he had shown, the right view. That means we must always have the right view. We should not have a wrong view or wrong opinion about people. Right intentions. When you do something, then you should always have a pure and a good intention. If you're scolding someone, it should not be that you are scolding that person because you are angry with that person, or you are upset, or you are irritated, but you are doing it because it will benefit that person. Then it is the right intention. Right speech. That means you are truthful. You are not saying something wrong. The right speech. Do not spread fake news. Yes, that is right speech. Right action. Same. Do not do things which are not supposed to be done. In corona times, what is the right action? Stay at home. Yes, stay at home, stay safe, follow the safety procedures. Very good. Right livelihood. What do you mean by right livelihood? That means you should not do anything or earn any money in an illegal way or an immoral way, unethical way. That means which is not supposed to be done, by stealing or by copying or by any other unwanted means, cheating in the exams, or cheating people, or taking bribes from people. That is not the way. Right livelihood is honesty. Simple words, honesty. Right effort means no laziness. You must put in your 100%, your full effort. Okay? So if you think that this is the maximum that you can do, if you can do that, that is the right effort, without hurting other people, without harming other people. If you can do something, do it. Right concentration means if you're doing something but thinking about something else, then that is not right concentration. And this and the next one, right mindfulness, is also connected. Right concentration, right mindfulness are more or less interconnected. That means you need to have focus, is right concentration. That means to do your homework or to study, you cannot keep the TV on and do the homework. That's not right concentration. Right mindfulness is you may not have any TV on, no distraction around anything, but you're not interested in doing the work. Your mind is thinking about what is mommy going to make today. I think she's going to make paneer butter masala, maybe. Or she's going to do something else, dum aloo. That's not right mindfulness. Then what happens? As a result, your work suffers. Yes. So these are the eightfold path: right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right concentration, right mindfulness. And Eureka, you will be a Buddha yourself. If you follow these eightfold path, nobody can stop you from becoming a Buddha. You will all be little Buddhas yourself. Yes? Try it, my students. This is the Dharma Chakra that you can see. Such a beautiful, colorful Dharma Chakra that you have. How many spokes are there in it? Count. Correct. 8. And what do these 8 symbolize? You know it. It's the eightfold path. So this you must be seeing. Whenever you go to some Buddhist monastery or to a Buddhist temple or to any Buddhist site, then you will definitely find the Dharma Chakra. This is a symbol of Buddhism. It's very important, and that's why I wanted you to have a look at it. Now, the next one is the middle way of. So how do we achieve this universal truth, then the 4 noble truth, the eightfold path? All this is so difficult to achieve. Is there any easy way to achieve it? Yes. Buddha says follow the middle way. Do not go into 2 extremes. See, when we are very happy, we are too happy, so excited, we are jumping, and then we hurt ourselves. We may fall, there may be an accident. Yes, we see in Hindi movies, we see when there's a big celebration and a lot of firecrackers and everything, and people are excited, so much of happiness, you know something is going to happen. Immediately after that, there is some bad news or some accident which happens. So beware of that. Or, you know, if a person becomes too sad, too depressed, what happens? That person becomes sick. Yes. So you should not have either too much of happiness or too much of sorrow. What should you do? Have the middle path. Same way. Having too much of money, spending your money lavishly, buying 10 cars, going around and buying jewelry without any kind of purpose in life. If that is your way of spending money, your way of spending should actually be meaningful. You should spend your money in a way which is logical, okay, which is practical, which is not harming other people, following the eightfold path. Fine. So neither too lavish, neither too stingy. So if you can follow that middle path, then nobody can stop you from being a happy soul. Okay, so you can try this, students. One of the very, very important messages of Buddhism. Okay, look at this. This is the map of the world, which you can see, where the spread of Buddhism can be seen. From 500 BC to 600 AD. This is the spread of Buddhism, and this was not done just by Gautama Buddha. It was done also by his followers. And this I'm starting now again. I'm referring to your rapid reader text. Just before he was going to renounce the palace walls and the kingly life of luxury, his father, King Shuddhodana, tried another trick to keep him within the palace walls. He got him married off to Yashodhara. She was very beautiful. And she really loved Gautama Buddha, Siddhartha actually. She was married to Siddhartha. He wasn't Gautama Buddha then. And they also had a beautiful son, and the name of the son was Rahul. Rahul is a very modern name in those times, but still, it was Rahul. Rahul was Gautam Buddha's son. And but suddenly, even his wife, his child, the comfort of the palace could not contain Lord Buddha. He had come into this world with a separate mission, and Yashodhara understood that. She was a very, very understanding wife. So she set him free. She liberated Siddhartha, and she allowed him to go and follow his dreams and follow his goal for which he was born into this world. And she took the responsibility of raising her son alone. So you can see in those days, 560, maybe 570, 80 BC, after 25 years down the line, a woman so strong. Yes. So that is Yashodhara. Okay, the character of Yashodhara is also very important here, and it is there in the last part of your lesson. And even after that, she had no bitterness. You know, if you have to let go of a family member, can you imagine how difficult it would have been for a wife to let go of her husband? And she would never see him again, probably. He would go around. See, a Buddhist does not live in a house, in his house. He has to go and live in his monastery. And he went from one place to another. You can see the different places that he has traveled. He went to Burma, he went to Tibet, and he went to Sri Lanka, lots of places. And all his Buddhist monks and followers, they followed him. Now, there was no bitterness in her mind, and that is proved by the fact that she allowed their son Rahul to also follow Gautam Buddha. Yes, so Rahul also followed. He became one of the disciples of Lord Buddha, and he was also instrumental in carrying the Buddhism forward. And he took the responsibility of going through lots of places. So now you can see Buddhists are all over the world. Afghanistan, Tibet, China, Korea, Japan is another place. Sumatra, Java, Southeast Asian countries, Burma, Malaysia, all these places, you can see there is a lot of Buddhism. Okay. So with this we come to the end of the video, and I hope you have understood the lesson Gautam Buddha, and I hope he has left an impression in your mind. And one note that I would like to say is that be kind to all creatures, and he believed in that. This is true religion. See, in Corona times, you can see the street dogs and the birds around. They are not getting enough food, my dear children. So if you could feed a crow, if you could feed a sparrow, if you could feed a dog every day, that would be wonderful. Service to animals and nature and humanity is actually service to God. So be kind to all creatures, says true religion, and that is true of all religion, not just Buddhists, also of Hinduism. So if you can do that, that will be a wonderful gesture. Now we come to the last part of the video. I have picked up some important words, new words, which I think you might find it difficult. Some may be smart, they may know certain words, but I expect again in the Zoom class, I want you to get these meanings from the dictionary and try to understand the chapter on your own after you know the meaning. And still, if you cannot understand, then we will clarify in the Zoom classes. Is that clear, students? So stay safe, take care, and try meditation, please. Every day morning, do some exercises and do some breathing exercises, and try to close your eyes, put on some soft music in your earplugs and try to meditate. Take long deep breath like we did in our assembly. Do that, students. It might help you. It will make you a different person. Okay? Bye, dear.